everyone. I forgot to record this in the actual review, so this will be put at the beginning of it, and it's why, nothing is set up, so I'm on the ground right now talking to you. But I do want to explain what happened with the podcast yesterday. Unfortunately, the file got corrupted for that podcast, as well as the one for next week. So we're going to try to redo the one for next week and include some of the elements of the one that was supposed to be posted on Saturday into that one. We talked about the Conjuring universe, so we'll try to talk a little bit about it. We did have some strong opinions, basically saying that the Conjuring universe is kind of crap, with a very few exceptions. But we'll try to talk about that in the redo of the podcast. Hopefully it'll be as good, but some of the reactions and stuff won't be as genuine as they were the initial time that we did the podcast. But we'll try our best to make it as fun for you guys as we can. I'm sorry again that there was no podcast, but be on the lookout for next week because we will try to make it as enjoyable as we can. And the next week after that, we're going to have a guest on the podcast. So be on the lookout for that. But let's get to the review. Santa's Sleigh was released in 2005 and was directed by David Steiman. It stars WWE superstar Bill Goldberg and Douglas Smith, as you guys might know him from movies like The Bye-Bye Man. Yeah, it's one of those movies. And it's about Santa Claus, who has just finished his 1,000 years of being nice and has decided to revert back to his demonic, evil ways. So there's so much to say about this movie. Basically all not good, but some good. In terms of it being an actual movie, no, it's awful. But in terms of it being funny bad, it's alright. The comedy is not funny. The line delivery, when they're trying to be serious, is very funny. It feels like they were trying to go a little bit too hard on the horror, which made it so funny. And then Bill Goldberg would just have these one-liners of really, really cringy jokes after he would kill someone. And they would be funny because of it. Like, there's one part where this character... should I spoil some of the... I'm going to spoil some of the movie, so this is going to be a spoiler warning. A few spoilers. I won't spoil, like, the end and stuff like that. But... the grandpa character gets run over by Santa's buffalo. Yes, he doesn't have a reindeer. He has a singular demonic buffalo, which apparently was acted by a real buffalo. It wasn't CGI, so I thought that was kind of cool. But he gets run over by the buffalo, and Santa, Bill Goldberg, says, "Oh, looks like Grandpa got run over by a reindeer." And it's that kind of level of cringe that's throughout this entire movie. And it's pretty funny. There's certain ones that don't land at all that was like... okay. But overall, I'd say about 75% of the cringy jokes are kind of funny. But alright. I've said all of that. Let's get into some pros and cons with this movie. Because I do have some actual pros with the movie, like in terms of it being a good thing and not just funny bad. So my first pro is Bill Goldberg as Santa Claus. He's okay. His acting is atrocious, but he's very physical, his acting. There wasn't a lot of stunt doubles that had take place. He would do a lot of his stunts. And it looks like he had a lot of fun with the role, which I appreciated. So I counted him as a pro. I think he was alright. In terms of another pro that I have with this movie, I think the plot is pretty interesting that Santa Claus is under contract. Well, not really under contract. The story is basically that Santa Claus gets into a curling match with one of the angels, and if Santa loses, then he has to be nice for 1,000 years. And he ends up losing, so he's nice, and the movie takes place the day where the contract / his bet ends. So he starts killing people, and it's really funny. But yeah, I would say that would be a pro of the movie. In terms of one final pro, it's very specific. There's a scene that involves people dying in a strip club, and it cuts to a pastor who was at the strip club, basically saying everyone who died in there, and he's naming all the strippers, and it is so funny. Tina, I just need you to play a clip. If you can't find one, then that's okay, but just insert a clip of this pastor saying all the people who died.
Of Crystal Candy, Sierra Rains, Dixie Wrecked, Testickler.
Okay, so there's the pros. In terms of cons, the acting is atrocious. Douglas Smith is absolutely awful. I really don't like Douglas Smith. He's not the best actor. His character is really annoying, and there's this girl character who's like the girlfriend, love interest, and she's very annoying. Yeah, acting wasn't good in this movie. But other than acting, the effects are... Oh boy. Santa spits out a fiery skull at one point. So yeah, effects are not good. The plot, I said, was pretty good. Yeah, I really don't think there's much else to say about this movie. It's just kind of funny bad, but there are some really awful parts to it. It's not the funniest funny bad I've ever seen, but it wasn't one of the worst. Like, it wasn't like a Slenderman. I had a lot of fun watching it because the kills were a lot of fun. I guess that would be a pro. The kills are pretty fun. There's just so many weird moments in this movie. I wrote them down. I want to read them out to you. So, there's one part in the beginning. Tina's gonna have to play a clip because there's no way I could ever explain the sounds that come out of this woman's voice. But she goes like, Santa? Just put a clip, you'll understand.
Santa?
There's another funny part in that scene with another character, as Santa's about to kill her. She just goes, I've been good! And she just gets whacked by a table leg. It's very funny. This one's a good one. So Santa and his buffalo are riding down the road, and there's this older woman driving, and Bill Goldberg just goes, move, bitch, get out the way! That was pretty good. A part that I hated because Douglas Smith is awful. So the grandpa character pulls out a book, and Douglas Smith's character decides to make a joke about Evil Dead, and he goes, is that a Necronomicon? Douglas Smith, it's not the Necronomicon, it's the Necronomicon. I don't know what Necronomicon is. I struggle even saying it. I don't know what you even said. So those were some of my favorite parts, besides the Douglas Smith mess up. Don't like him. But overall, I'm going to give this movie a 1 out of 10. But in terms of it being a funny bad movie, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. If you like funny bad and you want to watch a Christmas funny bad movie, I recommend it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. So thank you everyone for watching this episode of Santa Sunday. Next week, I have another Santa Claus movie that will be coming out, which I'm very excited. If there are any other movies that you would like me to review, put them down in the comments. But let's flash forward to the next review.